Anyways, the song that's playing, I could show it actually. This song right here. I was actually on a K stream earlier. If you guys don't know who that is, I will show you real quick. She's pretty cool. No, she's great. When I visited her stream, she shouted me out, which I really appreciate. But yeah, check her out. So we last left off. We were, Jesus Christ, just thinking about flashbacking to like some of the events that happened to us in the last one. And boy, oh boy. So we basically started the game. Basically, when a police officer called Ichigo Shino, right there, basically investigating these incidents called the X-Day incidents, where basically it's just like a terrorist organization that's like basically terrorizing people of Shinjuku to the point where everyone has to walk around with like guns, government mandated guns, really. And like Hoshino here got caught up in it by unfortunately becoming one of the victims. She ends up apparently there's a victim each month, except for supposedly October, which is an outlier. Supposedly October, I emphasize. So it's December now, I think. Is it December? I can't remember. But basically, Hoshino here has become the victim, and she ends up in a church with a collar around her neck, hence the name Malice. And she basically she's saved by these guys, by three of these guys who are some of them who are very kind of suspicious individuals in their own right, but hey, in turn, they're very suspicious of her. Because apparently she's being labeled as a sympathizer to these terrorists, and of course she's not, being a police officer and all, and being a victim. So yeah, and now we kind of have to form this like sort of uneasy alliance. I say sort of, but one of them really like chokeholded us to join. So yeah, so now we're in this alliance where we have to help each other out. Okay, I've got a hand on what I have to do. I have a rough idea of what I have to do starting tomorrow, so I sighed in relief. Speaking of which, they told me to go to Sakuragawa for help getting intel out. Oh yeah. I'll go see you tomorrow. December 7th, 11:30 a.m. Okay, I was right. It's December. How could I forget a little detail like that? See, this is what I'm just like, if it's gonna be Persona style, where like I'm gonna have to accuse someone or have to like choose who's the culprit at the like near the end of the game, I'm not gonna get it. The only reason I was able to do it like with Persona 4 is because I had watched the Let's Play of it like before and I knew who the culprit was already. But for Call X Malice, if there's like a mechanic of something like that, nah, I'm way too dumb. I even forgot what month we are in. How do you expect me to be a detective? I took a deep breath in front of the door to forensics and knocked. Excuse me. I opened the door and spoke to a man sitting just beyond it. Good afternoon. I'm Ichika Hoshino from the SRCPO local office. Is Kotoho Sakuragawa in?
お疲れ様です。ちょっと待っててください。おい、桜川!
A woman seated at a desk further inside reacted to the call out. She was the woman I'd seen in the photo. This was definitely a Sakuragawa.
なんだよ。今手が離せな。
Oh. Although Sakuragawa, 27. Sakuragawa's eyes went wide when she saw me, and she approached me right away. Good afternoon. I'm...
ついている。
Oh. With that curt response, Sakuragawa exited the room immediately, without even waiting for me to do likewise. I anxiously hurried after her. She took me to the roof. You would obviously be less likely to be seen or overheard up here. Sakura narrowed her eyes and scoured the area, spoke once she thought it was clear.
あんたのことは笹塚から聞いてる。柳さんがやってる探偵事務所に X デー事件についての依頼が来たんでしょ？調査協力者を警察に送り込んだから世話してやってほしいって。ほんと迷惑な話だよ。
Yeah, I was about to say I'm sorry. Sakura shot a doubtful and disapproving glare at
あん
me.
たさ、バレたらクビだって分かってんの？
Well, it's either that or me possibly dying, so I don't know if there's really much of a choice. I thought this was just a meet and greet, but Sakura cut right to the chase. She was testing my dedication to the investigation. I thought I'd been doing everything I could each day to protect Shinjuku and its citizens. I thought that the X-Day investigation was in a distant, different world than mine. But now, I was right in the thick of it. I want to do everything that I can. There are things I need to protect. I want to research X-Day's beginnings. I want the details of Evan's band reveal. Okay. The choice time already, and I'm just like, huh? This is not in front of one of the love interests. I feel a bit more relaxed, but at the same time, just like, I guess it affects like someone's path. I don't know how getting on each. I don't know how it happens. How we get this person's route or that person's route. I'm trying to play it blind. Which is actually not how I play Otome games in general. I don't know why I'm doing that for stream. But I think it's because I just don't want to be looking over my shoulder each time at a walkthrough. And I don't actually have a particular guy I want to go for. Prologue Malice is one of those Otomes actually. I don't mind who I get. Kind of. I do realize I'm leaning towards one or two people, but I learned that you can't do Yonagi's route first. You can't do his at all actually until you do the others route. So you have to do at least like 4 playthroughs of this game before you can even get to Yonagi. Then Shiraishi I actually learned after the stream when I was looking up. I didn't look up too much because like I said, I don't want to be complete. I don't want to be spoiled. But with Shiraishi though, I did see that it's best to do his route from the second playthrough onward at the least. Actually, I'm not sure if you can even do his route the first time around. So I think, and I think one of the couple of walkthroughs I looked at mentioned that you actually should do his route 4th, which is just right before Yanagi. So basically, get the other 3 out of the way and then do Shiraishi before you can do Yanagi. So cool. So there are things I need to protect. I want to research X-Day's beginnings. I want the details of the weapons, pan, and repeal. I want to choose all 3 actually. I'll go with the first choice because I feel like I'm leaning a bit towards that one this time around. I'll choose something else. I don't know if it matters. Obviously, getting involved with Nanagi's investigation would be a violation of my duties, but my real duty, the duty of the police, was to protect the safety of Shinjuku Ward. Also, yeah, I feel like she was leaning towards this one a little bit with her speech from before, but I don't know, maybe that's just how I felt. I mean, yeah, I thought I had done everything each day to protect Shinjuku and its citizens. So, I don't know. I just felt like if I was in her place, I'd want to, like I said, all 3. But I think tiniest bit, I want to protect the people around me, I guess. I don't know. My real duty, the duty of the police, was to protect the safety of Shinjuku Ward. As a police officer, I want to protect whomever I could. If I was paralyzed by my position and methods, I would never make any progress solving the cases. Even if that means I can't stay on the force. I made up my mind to look straight at Sakuragawa. I came to y'all with all of that in mind. I'm ruining her moment. I'm ruining her moment. This is gonna happen a lot. By the way, how did I get rid of there we go. I just wanted to see Sakuragawa in all her glory. I like her design. Like I said, I like the art style of Prologue Malice quite a lot. I came to y'all with all of that in mind. It might be against regulations, but I do my duty as a police officer. I swear that I'm determined to do that. When I made my intentions clear, Sakura Gawa's eyes went wide and she dropped her gaze.
そこまで言われて断ったら、私の方が悪者みたいじゃん。
She looked up at me and sighed.
分かった。できる限りは協力するよ。まあ、笹塚と約束もしてるしね。
Thank you. Really?
でも、私に不利になることまでは協力してやれないからね。
Fair. That's fair. Of course, that's only
ア
natural.
ドバイス程度のことしかできない時でも、絶対文句は言わないこと。分かった？
Yes. She relented, perhaps because of how vigorously I was nodding.
何かあったらおいで。空いてる時間なら対応してあげる。
Sakura got finished with a weak smile. I bowed deeply to her. Thank you so much.
やめて、大げさすぎ。
Her face scrunched up in displeasure and she folded her arms, sulking. I'm glad she seems like a good person. That's what I was gonna say. She seems like a nice person. She's a bit, you know, rough around the edges, but I think in this line of work, you're not gonna find anyone that's soft, you know? Like, too soft for this. I was new, so I didn't know many people here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think we've only been on this force for like half a year. Before that, we were in like school classes, right? Yeah, the academy, I guess. With that other guy. I forgot his name. How could I forget his name? Because he's pretty memorable. It was gratifying to know her when I had no idea who I could rely on in this situation. The next steps depend on me. I have to do my best not to trouble too much. Then my phone vibrated in my pocket. Oh, what is this? Yes, this is Hoshino.
事件だ。
Oh,
被害者が出た。
the victim.
住宅街での犯行らしくてな。現場が混乱してる。特防にも応援要請が入った。すぐに向かうぞ。
Yes, sir. Oh dear. What? A victim? I hung up the phone and saw a Sakura guy waiting for the rooftop exit. I was sure she had orders to move out too. I have to hurry. Of X day? I put my phone away and started running.
X デーをお知らせします。私たちは忘れてはならない。罪を生み出したことを。これがゼロになった時、死刑が執行される。救済方法はこのカウントダウンがゼロになる前にここに警察がたどり着くこと。早く助けて。死にたくない。死にたくない。死にたくない。
Oh, that's haunting. Ugh. Gosh. It's so... I guess because she didn't die, they went with another victim. I thought there was just like a few victims per month, but... Oh, well, yeah. That makes sense, I guess. On the way to the scene in the squad car, I watched a video while listening to Mochida explain their situation. The video was sent to the public email address of the Shinjuku PD a few hours ago. Like past statements, this has been sent only to the police for some reason. Apparently, Investigations HQ had enforced a gag order and were analyzing the video. What does that mean? Like, hush hush. An official ban on disseminating certain information. Oh, okay.
警察の動きを犯人側に知らせないための慣行令ということだが、まあ、今や捜査員の数も増えて、どこから漏れるかわからないのは事実だがな。
Mochida seems somewhat annoyed by Investigation HQ's behavior, as if they suspect that there was someone in the station working with Adonis. Can't blame them, but that could be the truth. I softly touched my collar through my clothes. Any information I'd heard previously could be transmitted to the criminals. I had to tread very carefully. The gravity of the position I was in chilled me to my core. We were almost at the scene. A text. I suddenly moved my phone so that Mochida couldn't see the screen. It's from Sasazuka. Stop by on your way home. Okay. It's a short message, but the implication came through loud and clear. Sasazuka and the others had probably already caught wind of this crime. Even though the gag orders in place, they don't seem to have slowed down at all. Feeling strangely impressed, I closed my phone. Oh man.
これまでの事件と比べると異例の速さで現場を特定はできたようなんだが
Maybe it was still too late. I heard that the victim had only been killed and the suspect had fled the scene before the police
持
arrived.
ち場を確認してくるから待ってろ
Yes, sir.
ちょっとそこどいて、邪魔だよ。
Ah. Sakurugawa entered the room wearing a forensics uniform. A tense expression relayed the severity of the crime to me.
森岡さん、死亡時刻絞れました。
So that forensics uniform is kind of stylish. I mean, it kind of looks like a tracksuit, but hey, if it looks a bit more stylish than the forensic uniforms I normally see. You know, everyone's really styling in this game, I swear. Oh, who's this? Hajime Morioka, 38.
どうだった？
捜査員が現場に駆けつける10分から20分ほど前とみられます。
遅かったか。
Who's this? Seiji Minagishi, 32.
これまで完全に数歩先を行かれていたことを考えると大進歩とも言えるでしょうが。
間に合わなきゃ意味がない。被害者を出してしまった以上、手放しで喜べる状況じゃないぞ。
心得ています。だからこそ些細な情報も見逃せません。そのためにわざわざ現場に来たんでしょう。
無駄死にはさせない。
ええ。
桜川、被害者の身元は判明したのか？
田中悟、34歳。この部屋の住人で一人暮らしです。現在は無職。元はゲーム開発会社勤務。プログラマーだったようですね。
I listened to their exchange, making sure to stay out of their way. They'd located the scene just a bit sooner. This could have been prevented. I'm sure that the investigators felt that frustration more than anyone else here. I knew how it felt to be toothless. People's lives depend on my actions. Investigations aren't that simple. Personal actions are not. I would bear that burden. If I was in a collected state of mind, then someone clapped me on the shoulder.
俺たちは周辺封鎖の手伝いと近隣住民への説明だ犯行時刻からするとまだ犯人が近くに潜んでいる可能性も高い取り逃がさないように慎重にな
Yes, sir. As we set up the cordon and talked to the neighbors, we were told to gather information. Time flew by in a flurry of activity. I realized it had gotten dark.